Hello, friends. Let us begin today's English class with the vocabulary words that we learned in last class. So, these were the words: courtyard, an open space partly or completely surrounded by buildings; drench, to make somebody completely wet; nanayuga, to make somebody completely wet. Raju's face was drenched with sweat. Groove, a small area of land with a particular type of tree on it. A grove of mango trees. Jackal, a wild animal like a dog seen in Asia that eats dead animals. Mongoose, a small tropical animal with fur that kills snakes, rats, etc. Reptile, a cold-blooded vertebrate animal that includes snakes, lizards, crocodiles, turtles, etc. Reptiles എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഉരഗങ്ങൾ, ഇഴഞ്ഞു നീങ്ങുന്ന ജീവികൾ. Now let us jump into the questions that I asked yesterday. These were the questions. Do you think Raja's grandfather was a man respected by everyone? Pick out sentences from the story to justify your answer. Here is the answer for it. I hope you have written the answers. Raja's grandfather was a man respected by everyone. Here is a sentence that I picked from the textbook. He knew everyone in the village. People respected him. They came to him for advice and help. They came to him for advice and help. Advice, upadesham. Question 2. What will you feel if somebody insists you to do something? Insist. Nirbandhikkuka. I feel annoyed or angry if somebody insists me to do something. I feel annoyed or angry if somebody insists me to do something. Who helps you in your family when you are in trouble? This can be different for different ones of you. My father or mother or brother or sister helps me when I am in trouble. You can change your answer whichever suits to you. We saw many things around Raja's house. List them out. These are the things: coconut trees, many tanks, other trees, grove. What brings more color to Raja's life? Playing with the calves. Here this word is pronounced as calves. You don't have to pronounce the letter L here. It is not calves, it is calves. Playing with the calves, watching the birds in the garden, running after mongooses and catching butterflies and reptiles brought color to Raja's life. So here is a task for you. I want you to copy this worksheet to your notebook and use the correct word in the blanks provided here. Here is an example. The children collect cards. Here the task was to write the correct form of the word which is given here. Collect is the correct word. Let us do two more examples here for a better understanding. Angel dash jam on her bread. Here the word is to put. So is it put or is it puts? Here is a trick for you to understand this very easily. If here we have a singular or a single person or a single thing, we should use puts. Or more clearly, if this is a singular noun, we use a singular verb. I'm going to repeat it again. Singular noun, a singular verb. Angel puts jam on her bread. How the meaning is clear. Angel jaminu മുകളിൽ bread പുരട്ടുന്നു. He dash that I am a nice friend. This is single, one person. So here also we have to use singular. Is it think or thinks? Here, thinks will be a correct choice. He thinks that I am a nice friend. What about this one? What about we? What about I? Here, I and you. These are special because for I, we use talk. You, make. These are the 2 points, 2 tasks that you need special attention on. All the others can be done in using that trick I have told you. Let's move to the next one. Do you remember who this is? And what about this person? Who is this? What are they doing? Are they playing? Why is grandfather running after Raja? Why is grandfather running after Raja? എന്തുകൊണ്ട്? Let's find out by reading the remaining part of the story. Making a shower. It was an evening after a heavy rain. A heavy rain. Grandfather was picking flowers from the jasmine bush under the sandalwood tree. The leaves of the tree were full of raindrops. I knew I could make rain if I shook the tree, and grandfather and I would get a good shower. I like bathing in the rain, but he might not like it. But it would be great fun. So I quietly went near the sandalwood tree and shook it with all my strength. There was a heavy shower, and both grandfather and I were soaked. I loved it. But grandfather did not. He turned to me with an angry look. I was sure he would catch me and beat me. So I ran. He ran after me. I ran fast. But he ran faster. He had almost caught me when he stumbled and fell. I ran away to the paddy fields and hid myself there. I heard grandfather shout that he would teach me a lesson when I came back home. I did not want to go home because I feared grandfather would beat me. I stayed on in the fields. It was getting dark. I was afraid to stay there alone in the darkness. I remembered all the ghost stories I had heard. I stood up, looked around, and then ran towards home. I was still afraid to face grandfather, so I did not go inside the house. I went to the cowshed and took shelter in the loft. From there, I could see grandfather sitting on the veranda saying his prayers. Grandmother was waiting for me. When I did not turn up, she looked for me everywhere in the house. Then she came out and called aloud for me, thinking that I was somewhere in the garden. She did not get any answer. Then she went to grandfather and asked him where I was.
You look for him in the house.
Grandfather said.
He's hiding somewhere.
He's not in the house.
Grandmother said. I looked for him everywhere. Here are some questions that You can answer, you can find out the answers from the textbook. This is the sixth question. Who do you like to play with at home? നിങ്ങൾ ആരുടെ കൂടെ കളിക്കാനാണ് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നത്? Read the story very carefully and find the answers. What was the reaction of grandfather when he was soaked in the showers? We learned the word shower in our chapter, in our passage. So, what was the reaction? Reaction, pradigaranam. Why did Raja select the loft in the cowshed as his hiding place? Why did Raja select the loft in the cowshed? Cowshed, തൊഴുത്ത്. അവിടെ വിളിക്കാൻ കാരണം എന്താണ്? Grandmother was extremely worried when he knew that Raja was missing. Extremely worried. വളരെയധികം വിഷമിച്ചു. Pick out the sentences from the passage which convey this idea. So, answer 6, 7, 8 and 9th questions as your assignment, as your task. So, what all words did we learn today? So, please repeat after me. Sandalwood. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞതിന് ശേഷം ഉറക്കെ പറയുക. Sandalwood. Here is the meaning of it. Chandanam. Soak. Soak. To put something in liquid for some time. കുതിർക്കുക എന്നതാണ് ഇതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം. Stumble. Stumble. തട്ടി വീഴുക. That is all for today's class. Hope you enjoyed it and take notes and do your tasks. See you in the next class.